All homes have something in common, a door. And today we're building ours from sustainably sourced wood crafted by a skilled artisan and the power of our local sawmill. So in this episode, our door restoration journey begins, which includes some design complications and a few other surprises along the way. Our door, we have a door.
A door to the magic castle.
We're Brittany and Drew, two hopeful adventurers building our dream as we turn this old watermill into our very first home, not on wheels. Now, let's take in a deep breath and let it out. Let the adventure begin. Hello, adventurers. It's a beautiful day at the mill, and you might be noticing that something very important is missing. And that is our front door. And that is because our carpenter has taken this door, our windoor, which is the window that will be turned into a door, as well as the lower door. We'll show you all three of those. But right now, those are being built at a workshop in the village. We will be taking you to the village with us. But one more thing I want to say about this door before we give you a little door tour is that above me, we have like the opportunity to put stained glass or something beautiful. For now, there's just a wood plank to help keep everything secure and shut. But in the future, how magical would it be to have a beautiful little stained glass something up there. I could just imagine all of the beautiful colors reflecting through the colored glass onto the stone wall or into the theater room. That might just have to happen. All right, upstairs to the window. Uh-oh, we don't have lights in here.
Yes, we do.
Oh, you're right.
It's such a new feeling, new concept.
And still so nice having lights in here, but how beautiful is our window turning out to be already? I don't think you guys have seen since we put glass in, but this is what will be our future barn door, stable door, window, as we like to call it. I thought that was a clever play on words.
A lot of you guys had a lot of questions about the water coming in from the hidden patio back here. Our plan in the future is to enclose all of this. For this winter, we'll still use what I call the skate ramp, that wooden piece that deflects all the water, pushes it away from the house with the drainage system we set up in the past.
Yes, there is a bunch of drainage and gravel underneath that patio. For anyone who's wondering why our back patio isn't at ground level, it's because we needed all of that earth built up to help support the retaining wall made of stone behind it. This retaining wall is basically ancient, and it holds up the entire mountainside that is on the other side of it. And so building buttresses and using earth to give it just the support it needs is why there are steps leading up from the bedroom to the raised level of the back patio. Hope that helps it all make more sense now. So have no fear.
No water will be coming in the bottom there.
That is right. This is a no flood zone. Don't worry, it is top of our mind too. But the other day, Ferg was at the workshop and he has been constructing the lower portion of the mill, collecting wood.
That's all wood that we had here on our land that we acquired when we purchased the mill. And so we're recycling, upusing everything that we can around here.
That's right. Okay, one more door before we go. Come.
Take us there.
Oh wait, we gotta turn off the lights. Cool. Isn't there like a Nelly Furtado song? Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. Do you like my rendition? I might be the only woman who's ever gone into this workshop in a skirt. I'm like all of a sudden rethinking my outfit, but that's okay. Ta-da! The door that has never been a door before. It's just been a doorway. This is the tiny door. It is Brittany sized, as you can see.
Something I have to be conscious of every time. I've seen a couple of other guys who've came here kind of go ka-dunk, and I try to warn them. But we did not want to extend or make this door any higher because it would just take out the charm from the orange bricks on both sides of this wall.
It's true. So sorry, Mario and friends who have endured a bruise or two.
Ferg.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's not fun. I don't know that pain.
Very tall neighbors as well.
Yeah, but we're having this custom made Ferg is doing that magic now. So while we make our way over to the sawmill in the village, we're gonna let you guys enjoy scenes of, come over here. This fan. We have a fan in our theater room. You might have seen it if you were very detail oriented in our last episode when we had our theater night up here, our movie night. We had to clear everything out again because this is still a construction zone, but Drew and Ferg worked hard to get that fan put up there.
I still got to finish up the little bit of the cable over here, but she'll be hooked up and spinning in no time.
And just 2 things I want to say about the fan. One, this ceiling, which is made of cana and castagna, which is chestnut wood. This is what the entire old section of the mill's roof looked like. Cool.
Come on in.
I've never walked through this door before.
It's so much cooler in here than outside right now.
Yeah, it's wonderful. We kept it to honor the fact that the previous owners handed all of that.
I also want to mention those same castagna beams that are there, the transoms that support this roof, that's what the lower door over there is being made out of. And Ferg went and picked some good wood out for us, so.
All right, well, enjoy the scenes of the fan getting put together while we make our way to the mill. And while we make our way to the other mill, you can see here that putting together the fan was more than just assembling the parts. It was quite a creative problem-solving situation, especially with trying to conceal the wire amongst all of the bamboo and castagna beams above.
Really impressed with this wood. It's like a balsa wood.
Here, Ferg is actually installing a platform to be able to secure the fan into.
I told you this is like a trapeze in the circus. We had to rebuild the scaffolding so we weren't so sketch up there, but it's really nice to have our fan up there. One job to check off the list. Good job, man. It's 5 o'clock somewhere here in the watermill. I find myself on a Friday afternoon working to get the cable strung through the wall, concealed across the chestnut beams and over to the fan that we've mounted, because I would like to get the electricians back in here and have them connect this so we can get some air moving. It would be amazing. I've been experimenting. I got one piece of bamboo in that centerpiece up there. It's wired concealed in. I'm gonna have it traverse this castagno beam over to there and go up above and over to the fan. And what I found is that this bamboo is perfect. The only issue is that bamboo has these notches in it every so often, about every 10 inches. And there's actually a dividing wall, so I've had to cut channels in it because there's no way to really drill a hole and thread the wire through it. And this is the best way. But first thing, I gotta cut a channel right here so that this can be replastered and this tube can then be cut off. Oh, it's a little dusty in here. Feels like I'm back to where I started when I was first cleaning the place. So as I was making the cut there, I started to realize a lot of this tube was exposed. And you can see it's so shallow where it was sitting, and plaster wasn't even covering that. So I'm gonna do it right. It's our house. Do it right the first time, make it last. It's unfortunate a lot of the contractors don't always do the work you want. So I went and got the big boy, the big grinder. I'm gonna make a deep channel in there so when the guys come back to plaster, so that way the tube can get in here a lot deeper and a nice layer of at least 1 centimeter of plaster can be put over it rather than an exposed electrical tube. I put in the electrical box connection, made the channel deeper, and now I'm gonna measure out the distances between the beams where I'm gonna place this wire inside the bamboo chutes. All right, I just got a phone call. I gotta wrap things up. I'm gonna pick this back up on another day.
We are here.
The Portuguese sawmill.
I've never been here, but look at all of this wood.
There's Frank's truck.
Cool. Wow. We're not so sure how much we'll be able to film in here, hoping we can show you where the wood has been sourced from, how they're slabbing it, cutting it.
And the projects that our carpenter Ferg is working on.
Let's go get in there and capture some scenes and not feel intimidated. Wow. If I didn't feel small already. This is immense.
Floor to ceiling.
Smells so good though.
It's a lot of hardwood.
You can see this one was made from one tree trunk. That'd be cool to have our stairs.
Ooh.
Live edge. Welcome to the workshop. Love these rebar sawhorses. And that is a chestnut wood table that he's making. And all of this beautiful machinery. Along with the machines, which we'll learn more about in a moment, what was especially impressive was the wood dust extraction system. Between all of the plastic and metal ducts carrying dust away from each machine to the collector, along with the blast gates, which open and close airflow to specific machines, it was pretty fascinating to see how it all worked together.
So all the dust goes over to these, and then it comes looking like this.
It would be really handy to use for the compost toilet.
Smells good. So this is going to be the bottom of that door that's by the kitchen. This is the top piece, and then the two the uprights that are yay high.
These boards have interlocking fingers made possible by this machine, the finger joiner, which is sometimes called a comb joint as well. Basically, the machine cuts the interlocking fingers and then the boards are glued together under pressure. And the result is a very strong, long, and stable piece of wood. It's common because it allows shorter offcuts and scraps to be joined into longer, usable boards with minimal waste, which, as you know, we love. And just so you're not confused, this is for the lower door close to the kitchen, and it's mostly going to be glass. These wood panels are just framing the glass in that door.
So this right here is the castagna, or the chestnut wood, which is super hard and durable. And so Ferg picked out some big chunks of this that already been milled down from big round chunks, and he's had to really plane.
Right, so this is a working wood shop and the Portuguese carpenters in there don't wait for anyone, especially not YouTubers. That's just not a thing here. And we are in their space, right? So it's just better off that we voice over what's going on here. But these castagna planks, or chestnut wood, are what Ferg used this planing machine to level out and straighten out and put together the lower portion of the door that will go in our upper bedroom. So meaning the solid wood part. We were originally going to use the pine wood that we already had, but given that pine can warp and will expand and contract given the kind of heat that we have in the summer and the moisture that we have in winter, we decided that we were better off just purchasing the kind of wood that will last the test of time. You guys see that over there? That is the convent above Monchique. And then this is where Ferg was able to source the castagna wood for...
So he picked out pieces that were in this stack here.
Cool. How much is it for a plank?
About 150 euros per slab you're looking at.
It depends on the width.
Okay. Given the fact that none of our doors are quote-unquote normal sized, we're pretty grateful that we can have wood sourced locally to be put inside of the watermill. Doors made at the sawmill for the watermill. It just feels right.
So right here is the tongue and groove. That's just an example of all of these pieces in the door here and how they're connected. Everything's assembled here just for fit and size, but we're gonna take this back to our place. We're gonna do a quick primer, maybe a top coat of paint inside all the tongues, all the grooves, for in the future it's sealed that much better inside from the elements. And then we can do a full exterior paint, bottom side, top side, and our door will be ready to go in place. But until then, there's still a lot of steps.
And this machine is called the shaper cutter head, also called the spindle molder cutter. That's a tongue twister. And what it does is it shapes wood edges, grooves, or joints like tongue and groove joints used for the panels in our door. And then we have various other scenes of Ferg cutting, shaping, planing, smoothing, and just working with the wood that will soon be our beautiful custom doors. Sure, it'd be easier to buy new doors, but in so many ways, it's so much more rewarding not only to be able to have an artisan to have working with us, but also to have doors in our home that were made by the magic and skill of the human touch. This is something that we really grew to value when we hand-built Spirit, our U.S. camper van, and so handcrafting our first home not on wheels is so important to us. We're grateful this sawmill and our carpenter are here. While we're out and about enjoying the village, I just got a notification that our carpenter has returned to the mill, and this is all thanks to the sponsor of this episode, Renovation, who makes innovative security cameras, whether it's for your home, for your office, for off-grid solutions. We absolutely love having Renovation cameras on our property. One of our favorites is the Track Mix, which Drew installed in a tree. Because this is wireless, it is powered by a solar panel. We can place the Track Mix anywhere on our property and know that we are in security because we are able to customize the sensitivity of the cameras as well. So we can get notified with the tiniest movement, a kitty moving, a car arriving. And with the two-way audio, you can even hear my footprints.
What I especially appreciate about the cameras is if I'm away from our land and Brittany's back there, she's not answering her phone, I can pull up the app, select one of the cameras we have because we have eyes all over our land through these cameras and see what she's up to.
We also love using it to see what our kitties are up to when we're away. The 4K UHD cameras are so stunningly clear, day or night. You're such a good girl, Minu. Minu. What we also love about Renovation, though, is that there are no monthly fees. So now that we've gushed all over Renovation, we encourage you to check out our link below and see what security solutions they have for you.
There's so many great options.
They have a camera for everyone. Do you guys see that? We have an adorable little mouse that is somehow living in our van. Oh no, there he goes.
Where'd he go?
His little poops. He's back behind the stovetop cover.
Could you say he's scared shitless?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he might have more in there. Okay, you have the cloth. He's tiny. He's like this.
Oh, he's really little.
He's really little. He's very cute. I'm gonna put this down. Please don't jump at us. Okay, he's behind the cutting boards. Put that down.
Oh, no, he went that way. We can't
there he is.
We can't let him get out of here.
He's still there.
He made a really fast dash.
What's that?
Oh, I heard him squeak. We'll figure that out in a minute. He's behind the duck. I need something.
There's lots of mouse poops everywhere.
He brought in a tomato chunk.
Oh, that's what that is. Look at all that mouse poop. Ew.
My strategy was to just carry a cat in here, but Brittany said no way because it's on the counter.
That would be murder in our kitchen.
There's so much poop.
Don't worry, little guy. Put your hands on both sides of that duck.
Okay.
You gotta corner him and be gentle and fast.
Okay. Go.
I'm not doing it.
Ah! No! Ah!
Did you get him?
No.
This is probably the best shot we could capture of our cute little Jerry before he ran away.
Mouse poop. Now he's in here. Now we eat a cat.
Okay. Get a cat.
More on our little mouse friend, or family, as we're soon to find out in a bit. But first, let's head back to our watermill and see what's been going on with our doors.
All right, it's came to that moment where we are gonna remove the plywood covering the second bedroom window so we can start getting the windows hung on here, as well as fabricating the bottom of this door. It's gonna take a couple steps in order to get this door figured out. Ferg told us it's one of the biggest challenges that we've thrown at him. So it's gonna be a lot of thinking behind this. I mean, for you, measuring wise, it's best to put these on first, I assume, for making the Dutch door. Yeah. Welcome to the Western Saloon. Like, the door is itself a big flat piece of wood, like several pieces all flat. But then here almost have like a knob or like a cross piece here with another piece sticking out a little bit where that could fit into it.
Yeah, well, it depends what the door ends up like, because it might be that the door ends up, I mean, on this, I'll probably make it from pine, I'll probably make it the same thickness as that.
The trickiest part of our stable door here is trying to figure out how it all comes together. Weather sealed evenly, without too big of any gaps, and how do we secure all of the parts together? We know it's no feat too big for our carpenter, but as with most of our projects, it definitely required some extra thought and care. Something else that required extra care was our original front door. This was handmade by the original owners of the mill, and it had withstood the test of time for about a decade. It wasn't sealed or anything before it was left, and so here we are sanding away all of the years and the sunny summers and the wet winters that have turned it very, very gray. What it ends up looking like at the end of the episode is something I could have never, ever imagined. I couldn't have told you that it's going to turn out the color that it does. But it's incredible what patience, sanding, vision, hope can do for many things, including a door. Literally and figuratively, I suppose.
Over time, if it starts moving again, it might move that way because it's actually got a lot of pressure going everywhere, isn't it? So.
You can see a bit of the bend on this metal because this door was so warped before from all the years sitting throughout the elements here in Portugal. Ferg got 4 of these bars to sit on here, and then we're going to cap them with a piece of wood that'll be a cross support. But as he was saying, one of the issues might be with so much tension on it, it might reverse the bow effect onto the door in the future.
I'd say it's probably like half as bad as it was.
I would agree, big time. So this is like an example of the board that will sit over top this when he routes a notch into the middle of it, and it'll conceal this metal right on the door. So way to make a notch. Simulation. So the router's being used to get that bottom edge of the T right there, enough space.
a quick follow-up on our mouse situation. So it has now been about a week since we first discovered the cutest little mouse in the world living in our camper van. And since then, we have bought a humane trap, which I will show you in a moment. And every single day since then, basically, we have caught a mouse. So individually, one by one, within like 5 minutes of putting the trap back, we've caught a mouse. So in total, well, the cats captured 2, and those didn't quite fare as well. 2 were murdered by the cats, and 4 were captured very humanely by us. And then we drove 30 minutes off to do various errands or going to the beach this past weekend, and we released them into the wild. So how it works is basically you bait the mousey in with some crumbs, then they walk to the back where there's another mousey snack. Chips and cookies work quite well. But once they walk back there, this lever rises, and then those metal legs kick up and stay in place, and then our little mousy friend is humanely captured in here alive. We're keeping these in here just in case. So hopefully they are doing well and they're not making their way back to us. But since then, it has been like 3 days basically, and we have not captured any mice. So I think that we've been successful. Fingers crossed, because I had to clean up bags of, whether it's flour, sugar, that were just like munched through, and there was powder or food of some sort, like all under the camper van. It was a mess. I could hear if our little trap, this actually is a very big trap. Our mice were like this big, so this was a luxury mouse trap. But I could hear when sleeping in our bed in here, if one was captured, because I could hear it scratching. There's a better example. You can see a lot better inside of this one. We captured one night at like 9 p.m. and then we weren't going anywhere until the next day at 9 p.m. or next night. And so Drew felt bad for our little prisoner, and he brought him a little piece of carrot cake. He's like, oh, I had to give him a snack. He was so cute. So at least you guys know we take good care of our mice prisoners. So I'm glad that that's behind us. And we can move forward now, mouse free. Hopefully. We might leave those traps under there. I think these mice were like so small and fast. They were even tough for our little panthers to try and capture. The kitties have been practicing their mousing skills with walnuts these days. I don't know if she's in the mood to play, but last night, no, not right now. Are you feeding our mousers?
Yeah.
And what did that looks like? Tom just made giant poops. What are our potatoes? Wow!
Tom, you're so impressive.
These are not poops, guys. These are the first potatoes of our potato harvest from our garden.
I was so delighted to pull these out of the ground right now.
Wow, we had no idea because they didn't really flower. These are our first potatoes of life.
I just remember somebody talking about when the plants look like they're shriveling a little bit, that there's probably potatoes, and I was observing the garden, which is a little too overgrown right now.
It's all a little shrivelly too.
And so I just put my fingers down in the dirt, and it just felt like there were like golden eggs of potatoes down there.
Oh my gosh, how
There's
exciting.
Probably like dozens upon dozens more.
Oh, Tom didn't like your big gestures.
Oh, sorry, Tom.
They know and trust us, but sometimes they get a little flinchy. But not Minu. Minu's not the flinchiest at all. Minu's never flinchy. Right?
Right, Minu. Yes, sure, Tom. Yes, sure, Tom.
There.
There we go.
Much better.
There we go.
Much better, Tom. It's potato time. Still got some pep.
Look, these plants, they just look a little dried and shriveled, and I put my hand down in the straw right there.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that incredible?
Little fingerlings. They're so cute. We just planted these by planting potatoes. We cut them in half.
With their eyes.
Yeah. That's like the little knots.
Watch this plant right here.
Okay.
Let's just pull it out a little bit, and like put your hand down in there below the drip line.
Whoa, there's a big one in here.
Yeah, isn't it wild?
Look at this guy. I wonder how long and how big they're supposed to get.
Now those are the size of Tampu's.
Yeah, those are a little kitty poo size. Whoa! Who's gonna find the biggest potato? You know what it's like actually? It's like an Easter egg hunt, but you're like digging. It's even more fun actually.
If you find a orange potato or a light blue one, now that's gonna really rock our world.
Oh, I wish.
Find a big one there?
Yeah. These are legitimate potatoes. I feel like a real gardener. You know what I said to Drew the other day? I'm really happy that I get to say this right now, but like, I really need to weed the garden and I can't wait till I have a moment to do that. Like, I actually really want to get into the garden. This is our first garden, you know? Having grown up in suburbia and Fort Lauderdale and then had a tiny apartment in LA, gardening wasn't really a thing we ever knew how to do. Whoa, the biggest. Look at that nugget. Crazy. Wow.
Toss it in. You know this like whole row right here was planted? That whole back row going all the way that way? Like we're gonna have heaps and heaps of potatoes.
Wow. Is there a limit, like when you have to pull them up by, or can you just do it as needed? We're gonna have to Google
For right
that.
now, as needed.
Okay, this maybe just one more, because this is too fun.
Here's a big one on the left.
You see it? Oh, whoa.
What do you mean? Like there are so many.
Ah.
Cream cheese and chives?
All right, we can put the stalks in the compost. You're coming with me. With our spudtacular harvest to fuel our spirits, back at the mill, Drew and Ferg had hung up our front door again, where Drew is resourcefully using an old sock to apply the first coat of a UV and moisture protective oil to seal up the wood grains from the elements so that it can withstand the test of time without graying and warping like it did before. This shouldn't need to be reapplied for another 5 years or so, but time will tell. A delivery of figs. Figs from Nelson.
My favorite.
The best. Our front door looks so beautiful.
I know, look at the grain really pop with this oil.
This is the first time I've seen this progress. Oh my gosh.
Ferg used a router and cleaned these like little V's up really well in here.
That's a stunning door. Oh my goodness, it's like gold.
It's our door.
Our door. Our door, we have a door.
The door to the magic castle.
Oh my gosh. I love that it was the original door. We got to keep it.
It's not complete. This is just phase one because we're still waiting on the threshold, the bottom seals that come in the mail. We can't get things shipped to us too quickly, so we'll come back, unhang it, fix it all up, do the trim here, and eventually it'll be proper.
I keep feeling like you have wine that you're drinking there. When I first came out, I'm like, are you drinking wine?
A very cloudy mix.
Should I feed you a fig?
I'd love a fig.
There. Here we go. Ooh, that's a good one. Juicy.
Look at my chops.
I shared some with Ferg too. You want another?
Well,
It's the good stuff.
Yes, please. May I have another?
Another one for our friends, our audience, our patrons. And look at how good the wood pieces turned out that conceal the metal underneath that hold the door straight to keep it from warping in the future. And so, with our beautifully restored front door back in place and nearly fully sealed, our stable or windoor needing a bit more thought, and our small kitchen door awaiting the glass that we ordered for it, it seems that our door episode will need to be continued. But until then, we have many potatoes to enjoy. So I scrubbed them all really well. Just cut them small enough that they don't take forever to cook. They're beautiful. Look at these perfect little potatoes. Oops, gotta run away. All right, time to get everything else ready. Tomato and potatoes from the garden.
Gotta love that cheddar.
And that's gonna be a delicious dinner.
One for me.
Well deserved. Thank you guys for sticking around till the end of the episode. If you made it this far, maybe let us know your favorite potato recipe in the comments below. I'd love to hear. We'll be able to get more creative once we get an oven and stuff, but they look pretty good to me. Also, this is for the wasps. This is giant citronella flame. All right.
Cheers, guys.
And if you want to travel back in time to the early days when Drew and I were working in a wood shop together as we custom converted our camper van, then you're going to enjoy this playlist right here. We love you and we appreciate you.
See you next episode.
Buon appetito. I cook it just right though. Potatoes aren't hard.
I could use a little more.
I heard a little crunch there.